Now here's the way of thinking about it. The first atoms that formed were hydrogen. Like a day two, if you imagine a 100-year time scale, because, 13 billion, 13 million, 13 trillion, what's the difference?
It was true.
Yeah, a bunch of zeros, right? And we can't get our heads around those numbers. So if we imagine 13.7 billion years as 100 years, at that time...
En Jezus in de tuin van Gethsemane.
He leaves 8 behind and takes 3 with him.
Hij laat 8 achter en neemt 3 met zich mee.
And he cries and he weeps.
En hij huilt en hij weent.
For the first time in the book of the Bible.
En voor het eerst in het boek van de Bijbel.
You see Jesus experience fear.
Zie je dat Jezus angstig is.
Jesus was afraid.
Hij was angstig.
He was afraid.
Hij was angstig.
He was going to be beaten.
Hij zou
And he
geslagen
prays,
worden.
Father, if it's at all possible.
Hij zegt, Vader, als het mogelijk is.
But you got to add the terror in his voice. And you got to add the tears coming down his face.
En je moet zien de angst in zijn stem en de tranen in zijn ogen.
And he's wailing, Father!
En hij roept uit, Vader.
Listen, if it's possible.
Luister, als het mogelijk is.
Can we please forget
Like a day two, if you imagine a 100-year time scale, because, 13 billion, 13 million, 13 trillion, what's the difference?
It was true. Report that I heard in my own country, in my own land, of thy acts and of thy wisdom. Howbeit, I believed not the words until I came and my eyes have seen it. And behold, the half was not told to me.
Right, there it is, right there. She said, you know what? I saw the gold, I saw the silver.
Atoms that formed were hydrogen.
I saw all this.
Like a day two, if you imagine a 100-year time scale, because, 13 billion.
Nobody did that. Now I'm going to digress just for a minute and let you think. I have visited on many campuses throughout the United States and Canada, and in Mexico, and in Pakistan, Egypt, and in Turkey. I've been around the world, alhamdulillah. Coming here is a great experience for me here in India. And I thank Allah for that. And I'm telling you that everywhere I went, I asked people the same questions. Everywhere I asked about the subject of revelation, I got the same answers. The Quran is still existing in the original language of Quran. The language of recitation in which it came, Lagu Arabiya, is there. It exists. Today people still speak it. They still understand it. Bait, house. Batta, duck. Yom, day. All of these things are known. It's right there. It's easy. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to appreciate the Quran. But if you are a rocket scientist, then the knowledge that you have for going into outer space was there 1,400 years ago. And while we're on the subject of science and scientists, it was Muslim scientists 1,000 years ago.
Like a day two, if you imagine a 100-year time scale, because, 13 billion, 13 million, 13 trillion, what's the difference? Yeah, a bunch of zeros, right? I mean, we can't get our heads around those numbers. So if we imagine 13.7 billion years as 100 years, at that time scale, at day two, all the hydrogen forms. All the hydrogen in the universe was formed at that time. In fact, our bodies are like 70% H2O. All the hydrogen in your body is 13 billion years old. You are a lot older than you thought you were. Okay, so celebrate your age. Don't try to hide it. Okay, so, and then then the galaxies form at age 6 and 7. On a 100-year time scale. And then you've got the first generation stars. And inside stars, in fact, this afternoon we'll do a whole piece on who we are, where we're going, and the stardust piece will go into more in depth. But the atoms of our bodies are literally stardust. The carbon, the oxygen, and the nitrogen are formed inside red giant stars. And then the gold, the silver, and all the other heavy metals, any metals you wear, will form inside supernova stars that then explode with this tremendous metal-rich stardust. And we've known this only since 1957. We're the first generation to have a relationship to the stars in this way. So at age 67, our solar system forms on a 100-year time scale. Bacteria at 69 begin to eat the photons of the sun. And then you got all this complexification of life. Now, I'm not going to go through all the details. We'll do some of that this afternoon. But where do human beings show up? Anybody venture to guess? 99 years, 358 days in terms of Homo habilis, handy human. Our species, Homo sapiens, speaking humans, where we use words, December 31st of the 99th year. The last day of 99 years, 364 days, the last day is